Yes, hello everyone. I will be the first speaker of the set of the speakers and one of the two Agneses presenting this, but the story will be about our experiences, how we do it in Latvia. You already heard a lot from our colleagues in Lithuania. You will see very similar things and many ideas that we heard of, we also try to implement here. So the way we are doing volunteering in Latvia is called Let's Do Good for Nature. That is the name of the initiative. We started, a Nature Conservation Agency started it together with WWF in 2016. And since then, we have been cooperating with it. So the first thing about the whole campaign is that it is, of course, strongly based on expert guidelines. The experts have said which works and where and why should be done. And then following these guidelines, we are implementing different set of actions in all territory of Latvia, in all protected areas of Latvia. So it can be in all regions. The variety of works is really huge, depending on the needs of nature. And very strong emphasis is on educational aspect. So we are more tended when we count the outcomes and when we count the effects, we would more count educated people than managed hectares. But hectares, of course, are also important. Yes, it's both for individuals and corporate groups, basically all types of people, all ages and all year round. And the two following slides will be just to illustrate this. So these are the set of works that can be done. So all seasons, almost all habitats. It's about invasive species. It's about helping the waterways to flow freely. It's about veteran tree management, any type of work which has been indicated by the experts, and some of you are familiar with these works. But as we pay special attention to grasslands in this conference, I wanted to put up a special slide about grasslands. This is how we do grassland management. In this way, we are also trying to save the cultural heritage. So we try to organize traditional haymaking activities and to keep this cultural heritage also alive. And in one of the photos in the middle, where you see a guy and a young girl holding a sheet, the guy is from Andorra and the girl is from Switzerland. So it's also for international guests, all types of audiences, and they really enjoy it a lot. And about the educational value, I just couldn't help but share information about our newest development in nature education. This is a mobile nature class, which we created within this live project, which organizes a conference. And we use this vehicle to travel around Latvia to bring nature education closer to people. And we often use it in these Let's Do Good for Nature works. But and we offer different activities additionally to the activities that we do. We organize a special educational part. But with or without this van, there will definitely any activity will start with an expert explaining exactly why we are doing this job, why it is important, why it is so crucial to do it. And this education is a very, very essential part. And then we encourage people to ask questions. Those of you who will be in the field trip tomorrow will see how it works in reality. But now I'm giving floor to next speaker about more concrete examples, and more about this.
Thank you, Agnese.
Really?
So hello, I am the next speaker, the next Agnese. My name is Agnese Rudusāne, and I am from Nature Conservation Agency of Latvia, of LatViaNature project. So, yeah. And in this part of the presentation, I will tell about how volunteers across Latvia have become, I can tell, a driving force even for biodiversity conservation. And what you see here on the screens are people who give their time, their energy. Those are students, those are families, those are corporate teams, and also, of course, nature experts working side by side. And their effort actually shows that conservation isn't just a professional's task. And actually, it's something that everyone can actively do and be involved. As Agnese already mentioned, we are doing good work with added value as well. So we focus on education and transfer of knowledge, explaining why a habitat matters, how to manage it, and when to act. And this way, each participant leaves not only with muddy boots, but also with skills and understanding that they can later share in their own communities. And here you can see some examples of our educational materials, info pages that help identify invasive species, for example, or some native plants as well. And these hands-on actions, together with learning, increases the chances that these methods will be replicated and adapted in other regions of Latvia and even beyond. About volunteer events in numbers, specifically in LatViaNature project. So since the start of the project, we have organized so far 34 events at 9 Natura 2000 sites, involving more than 1,200 participants. And these activities take place in many habitats such as rivers, meadows, forests, and of course also coastal areas. And 22 of those events targeted the eradication of invasive alien species. And this is one of our most urgent challenge, I would say so, here in Latvia. And in these invasive species events alone, we engaged over 600 people, nature experts, students, local municipalities, and also some corporate groups. And this graph highlights how participation has grown despite the challenges that we had, like in the pandemic year, where we will not be able to organize these events. Our volunteer work focuses mainly on invasive plant species. And on the screen you can see some of the key species we target. And of course, each of these plants spreads very quickly, very rapidly, and threatens our biodiversity. But volunteers actually often step in where machinery or regular management cannot easily reach. For example, Canadian goldenrod in wooded areas of Thematic National Park, where dense undergrowth makes mechanical removal very difficult. And another case is steep coastal slopes of Nature Park Ragakāpa, where volunteers carefully remove dwarf serviceberry plants by hand. So these efforts complement nature conservation work and show how people power can succeed in challenging terrains. And this year, we actually tried something new and a little bit adventurous. It was night volunteer events to limit the spread of the invasive Spanish slug, armed with headlamps and buckets. And in 1 hour, participants collected 40 kilograms of the slug in August and almost 9 kilograms in the September. And working in the dark actually was a new experience, challenging, but it was yet fun. And actually, that's all from me at this moment. Thank you for listening, and please stop by my poster during the poster session, and I will tell you more about these events in LatViaNature project. Thank you. And the next one is Diāna.
I am not Agnese. Sorry, my English is not so good, and I will use my paper. Okay. So my name is Diāna Selecka, and I would like to tell you more about community outreach in Rāza National Park. And my first education is a linguist, and in Latvian language we have word talka, and this word talka has very broad meaning. In one word, we just can say that people volunteer to do a good job. And Latvia is very proud of our cultural tradition, as Agnese already mentioned about some talkas, some volunteering events, and this is very fresh news. New values have been added to Latvia's national immaterial cultural heritage list, the tradition of talka. So, and about Naruto. I think that all of you noticed that our minister Raimond Čudars mentioned that Naruto volunteering events is very important, and I think you still are guessing what kind of activity is in Naruto, so I will tell you. So since 2012, Nature Conservation Agency has invited volunteers to clean Naruto River. Naruto River, which marks part of the border of Rāzna National Park, is 9 kilometers long. It flows from Lake Ežezers into Lake Dagda, passing through Lake Galšūna and Lake Naruto. And Naruto is highly diverse and variable in its flow. The section where restoration were carried out corresponds to a rapid habitat for rare and protected species. The six-shelled river mussel and river limpet, both found in Naruto, are strictly protected invertebrate species in Latvia. Woody debris and beaver dams create obstacles that disturb water flows, disrupt the current, and thus endangered species inhabiting the river. To reduce risk to river life, a series of volunteering cleanups began in 2012. Initially on a small scale, half kilometer, later extended up to 1.6 kilometers. With growing experience, we started planning the work more effectively with freshwater habitat experts and involving members of the National Guard's 36th Infantry Battalion, who provided essential support in the physically demanding task. And this year, we had remarkable help from US soldiers, NATO multinational battle group in Latvia. So you can see these pictures. American soldiers are working together with our soldiers, and this is not only physical power. And the Naruto River is very close to Belarusian border. And in the context of the current geopolitical situation, it is very important to show our community that the community outreach is carried out in a close cooperation with the Latvian Army and allies, showing the public that not only nature but also security is safe. And I'm very happy to say that some of the participants, some of US soldiers are also together with us. Thank you so much for your help, Konstantin and Samuel. And yes, and yes, and both of you, we just started your deployment in Latvia just from July, and you have participated already in 2 volunteering events, one in cleaning invasive species and another in this river cleaning, so thank you so much. So river rapids are true centers of biological diversity. These dynamic areas are home to many rare and protected species, including invertebrates, plants, and fish. Unfortunately, long-term overgrowth, beaver dams, and human activities have serious impact on these habitats throughout Latvia. River rapids, by cleaning and restoring these sections, water quality improves because of increased level oxygen and better circulation. River flow is restored, providing favorable conditions for spawning. Today, the Naruto cleanup is part of joint initiatives I Do Good for Nature by the Nature Conservation Agency and Worldwide Fund for Nature. And regular participants, as I already mentioned, Latvia Army, US Army, Life IP Latvian Project, Jaundomemenner, and local tourism service providers. With increasing numbers of volunteers and financial support from the project, we now carry out the work not only with chainsaws, but also using winches to remove trees from the river. And the maximum numbers of participants in a single cleanup has been 35, and the longest sections cleared in one day was 2.5 kilometers long. So last year, enthusiastic reviews from canoeists were already appearing in social media, and experts have also confirmed that habitat quality in restoration sections has improved significantly. Such cooperation is a strong example of public participation in nature conservation. At the same time, this cleanup demonstrates that river restoration is not only a single task, but a long-term process. Restoring river rapids, especially in examples like Naruto, is not only an ecological mission. It is an act of preserving values of nature, culture, and community involvement. These efforts bring sustainable benefits to environment, restore protected habitats, and inspire both local residents and visitors to become part of the process. Thank you.
About this questions?
Yeah. So, but
Hello, everyone. Can you use the mic? Oh, stop. It's just be fit. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. As written, not written. Okay, written. My name is Aija, and I work for Worldwide Fund of Nature in Latvia. But before joining this fantastic organization, I worked for about 15 years in a corporate world. And that's why I can truly say and confirm that corporate engagement in environmental volunteering is very, very important. As you all know, today companies are increasingly evaluated not only by their financial results, but also by their impact on society and nature, of course. And that's exactly where corporate engagement in volunteering events plays a crucial role. And I would say it's not just one-time activity. It's an opportunity to create long-term value for companies, for employees, and the wider communities. As I have only some minutes to talk, because I can talk a lot and long, I will point out the benefits of these collaborations. And I would even say selling points. We can talk with. So, first of all, corporate benefits. Benefits for companies. So, when a company takes part in volunteering, it builds a positive public image. It shows that the company is not just about business, it's also a responsible member of society willing to help where it's really needed. Another benefit is team spirit. Volunteering is like a team building, but outside the office, in nature. Working together in nature helps connect colleagues from different roles and departments. Third, volunteering brings corporate sustainability and ESG strategies in life. It turns promises into visible action, showing that the company is serious about its commitments. And finally, it raises awareness inside the company. Employees get a better understanding of ESG values and see how themselves can contribute. So that's not, of course, all the list. There are more benefits, but they are the main, in my opinion. And there are also a lot of benefits for employees. For employees, volunteering gives a direct sense of impact. You can see with your own eyes how your effort helps society and the environment, and that feels really rewarding. It also is healthy activity outdoors, also for body and mind. Another big plus is the chance to connect with colleagues in a different setting. That strengthens collaboration back at work. Volunteering also brings pride and loyalty. Employees feel they are part of a company that cares and that creates a sense of belonging. So, and that's not it. A lot of more benefits. Benefits for society and nature. Oh, forgot one very important. Sorry. Yes. Benefit for employee is they learn. Experts often guide these activities, and employees pick up new knowledge and skills they can later share with family, friends, and communities. They become ambassadors of change, and this is a really good opportunity for them to gain knowledge. Okay, and the benefits for society and nature. Volunteering makes a real contribution to tackling environmental challenges and protecting natural resources. And it also has a snowball effect. When companies set a good example, others are encouraged to join. Just as important, it builds community spirit and cooperation between companies, municipalities, NGOs, and local residents. People who normally aren't involved in environmental work gain awareness through direct action. And these activities also bring educational value and can grow into long-term partnership in conservation. And finally, but not the least, they create sense of responsibility. When people spend time and effort in place, they feel more connected to it. They see that everyone can make a difference. And just a bit to sum it up, corporate engagement in volunteering brings value on many levels. It's a way for companies to act responsibly, for employees to gain motivation and knowledge, and for society and nature to benefit in a very real way. And from my perspective, this was my first summer where I participated in about a half from our volunteering events, about 10. And they all were with companies together. And I would say that I was so inspired because I saw a lot of passionate people who maybe wouldn't even choose the way to spend their time there if the company didn't push them. So I think this is, and what's very, very exciting and important, we had a survey after each this volunteering event where we asked the question, would you come next year again? will you continue? And we got 100% yes. Of course, we will see it next year, but anyway, that's a good thing to know that they are really interested. So thank you from my side.